This week on Filmed in Utah, I interviewed David Osmond regarding his charity work and music video productions. I also talk about what's happened at the Utah Film Commission Spot on Luncheon, and we'll show you the worst film ever made in Utah. So David, how have you been?
I've been very well. Since what period of time should I go back?
Since you started doing this whole charity work.
Most of my life, to be frank with you. I've had the fortune to be able to grow up in a family that had a lot of charitable efforts and opportunities. So there's some fantastic, amazing causes. One of the ones that I'm super passionate about that has to do with children is one that my family started when I was just a little kid, right around our kitchen table. It was the Osmond Foundation for Children, and it evolved and today is better known as the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. And to date have raised over $4.3 billion for kids.
So we're not talking chump change, we're talking some real...
Amazing. Unbelievable. Supporting over 17 million children in hospitals every single year.
Wow.
It's fantastic. And so I grew up as a kid visiting children's hospitals and singing for kids, and boy, it humbles you very quickly to be able to see what some people's lots in life are, and to meet these kids who are going through some unbelievable challenges, and the families for that matter.
Now, what's the best way for people to see your performances? Can they see them online? Do they need to see it only as a live event? What's the different options?
All the above for sure. I have a website, davidosmond.com, and a lot of content that is going to be coming out, especially over this first quarter of this next year, as we roll out some productions and some fun things to be a part of. I'm excited about this next year.
The Utah Film Commission Luncheon took place last week, where the spot-on winners were announced. Now, before the winners were announced, we took a few minutes to reflect on the life of Timothy J. Nelson, who passed away earlier this year. There was also a passing of the torch of the MPAU presidency, and the Utah Film Commission also announced that they are fairly certain that the Lone Ranger, starring Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter, will be filming in Utah in 2012. However, Utah is not the only place the Lone Ranger is looking at filming. New Mexico and Texas are also up for consideration. After many people took to the stand to express how important the film community is to Utah and its economy, we finally got to the reason why so many of us were there in the first place: the Spot On Awards. Now, the runners-up were really fun pieces that were really well produced. They included Film Smart Film Utah, a spot where a film executive is talking to the rest of his people in his production via teleconference. Now, it highlights how Utah can look like many different places throughout the world. There was also Exploding Heads, which was a fun piece that looked a lot like an opt-in splash page, but was very entertaining to watch, and I felt that it really nailed the tax incentive. And All in Utah, which I think was a group of location scouts trying to find the best location for all these big movies, and decided Utah had everything they needed. The spot-on winner was Shauna Foley, with her spot Lose the Green Screen. The campaign winner was Andrew Buys, that did a beautiful job showing off Utah and made a high-caliber spot titled Utah is Epic. Shauna and Andrew's commercials will be played during the Sundance Film Festival on Park City TV. They will receive $1,500 per winning spot, official Utah Film Commission gear, and credentials at Sundance. The Utah Film Commission also has an award called the Creative Concept Award. Now, this is an award that's given to somebody who they thought had a very creative idea, but would benefit from having a professional crew and some really nice gear to shoot it with, and then it would be premiered the following year at the Sundance Film Festival. Now, the winner of the Creative Concept Award this year was me. We ended up shooting this in about an hour and a half, and this was all done in my folks' workshop. With such good commercials being produced for almost no budget, you can tell that Utah is brimming with outstanding cast and crew. But that does not make Utah immune from bad films. This year we had many bad films where the stories didn't make sense, the acting was horrible, and the production looked like it was shot on a BlackBerry camera. Although I had many nominations for the worst film shot in Utah, there was just one clear winner. And so, now I present the worst film ever shot in Utah, Troll 2.
You're late.
I'm sorry we had a small mishap.
Here are the keys. Here are ours.
Have a nice stay at Millpond.
You in our city.
Still telling the same story, Josh?
Powers of evil are very strong here. I must leave.
Goblins don't exist. Goblins don't exist.
And remember,
They're eating her! And they're going to eat me!
So dizzy.
Kids with a sweet tooth like yours love ice cream.
Delicious and purifying.
I order you for the sacred power of the magic stones.
Need help, Grandpa!
No!
This film is horrible. It has no good qualities at all. Everything from the story, acting, costumes, music, camera work, and editing were so bad that this film has garnered the reputation of the worst film ever, not only in Utah, but the entire planet. This distinction has not hurt the bottom line for this movie, though. In fact, the dubious honor is credited with making this film a cult favorite because it is so bad. It still has screenings around the world and is billed as the worst film ever, and it sells out wherever it's played. So, the moral of the story is that if your film is going to be bad, make it the worst film possible and watch the money pour in. Well, that does it for me today on Filmed in Utah. Be sure to subscribe to our show and check out past episodes. If you have a film you would like me to review, please send me a message on our YouTube channel. Next week, we'll talk about the award-winning films made in Utah and speak with director Jonathan Martin, who directed the award-winning film An Evening with My Comatose Mother. I'm Warren Workman. Keep filming, Utah.